Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are so excited for you to join us this evening as we play a dimension hopping game of Sagas while we raise funds for Trans Lifeline, an amazing grassroots hotline and microgrants nonprofit organization who offers direct emotional and financial support to trans people in crisis. It is truly for the trans community, by the trans community, and I think everyone unfortunately knows right now that it's a time where trans organizations need support. So if you are able to donate anything at all today, we would greatly appreciate it. There are pinned links in both our YouTube and our Twitch chat right now that take you straight to our Tiltify page, where every dollar you donate goes straight to Trans Lifeline. While you're there, you might see that there are some fun ways that you can influence the game that we're going to be playing tonight. I see Dennis's eyes going back and forth. He's a little nervous because, I don't know, maybe these make it a little bit more difficult for him to run the game, but maybe they don't, you know? Who's to say? Anyway, for a $10 donation to Trans Lifeline, you can gift any person besides Dennis on screen a reroll. He doesn't really need them, but it still makes me feel good to say that he can't have them. For $25 or more, you can gift anyone, again, except for Dennis on screen, an automatic successful roll. For $50 or more, you can make us stop being in the dimension that we're currently in. We'll stop everything we're doing as soon as I see that donation, and we'll switch to a new dimension. Doesn't matter what we're doing. And then for $35 or more, you can make any player, now Dennis is included in this one, roll a calamity roll. This is very similar to wild magic surges when you're playing D&D, and for $100 or more, you can make everyone roll a calamity roll. Jess, what are some things that we could see on this calamity roll table that you have put together? I don't know, shoot laser beams from your toes, grow a biblically accurate amount of eyeballs, or turn into a Muppet version of yourself. Those are 3 of my favorite of the 50 different rolls. Now, I did see that someone already donated. Thank you so much for getting us started this evening. Really appreciate that. Our first $150 tonight is matched, so that is really exciting. I love how animated Matt is being right now. He is such a good hype man. This is awesome.
There's already a donation. I'm so pumped.
Hell yeah. So I just want to say thank you and shout out to Kim Hanley and Sir Hamicus, who are our matching gift donors for this evening. And I also want to let you know that everyone who donates tonight gets entered into a drawing to win a free t-shirt from Session Zero Clothing. You're a TTRPG nerd. You like either D&D or watching other TTRPGs. You wouldn't be here otherwise. So I know that you're going to like the stuff that Session Zero Clothing has because it's all D&D and or TTRPG related. It's all very cool. So with that being said, friends, my name is Jess. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I am so excited to play this game. But right now, I'm just a human and I'm not introducing my character, and I'm going to popcorn things over to Phil.
Hi everyone, I'm Phil. I'm Tulok the Barbarian on the internet. I make videos about all sorts of games. I've started doing more variety stuff. Just did Mass Effect without guns. Check that out on Tulok and Mango. Pronouns are he, him. I'm very excited to play today. I will popcorn it over to Matt.
Hey y'all, my name is Matt. He, him pronouns. You can find me everywhere as Improv and RPG. And I'm so excited. I'm so jazzed. This is my first time playing this, and I am just so excited for the journey. I'll popcorn it over to Mel.
Hello, I'm Mel. I'm a voice actor, and I play sagas on the internet as much as I'm humanly allowed to do. And we're gonna play sagas today, so that makes my night. So I guess I'm gonna popcorn it over to Chris.
Hi everybody, I'm Chris. I am an actor, voiceover artist, stunt guy. I stream Magic the Gathering on Twitch at Manadork is the name of my channel. And I'm thrilled to be here. I am very excited about this game. I'll popcorn it up to our DM, Dennis.
Hi, I am so nervous about what's going to happen. The last time I ran a game like this, so many things happened. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be insane. But yeah, you can find me on the internet at okayest__DM. I'm the creator of Sagas, and I run Sagas on other people's channels as much as I can because it's so much fun. Jess, do we need anything else, or can we?
We've got one more thing. I just want to give a quick shout out to Jake Lionheart for allowing us to use this wonderful track that the audience is hearing right now. It's very vibin'. Cast, if you want to like pop on to the Twitch or YouTube real quick to like hear it, it's very A+. So shout out to Jake. He is awesome. Listen to his music. He makes great stuff. With that being said, let's go.
Okay, so there is a firefight going on inside this casino. Money flying everywhere, explosions of chips, green paper bills are falling from the ceiling as stuntmen jump left and right as they get mowed down by this clear like buff protagonist wearing a suit that is and with no shirt underneath, just totally jacked, chiseled jaw with short beard all the way around, and slowly the money falls to the ground as the gunfire slowly gets quieter and quieter and slows down. The protagonist looks around. There is one left standing. Chris, please describe what your character looks like.
You got the Raphaelion here, the Undertaker of the Strip. Tall, shaved head, in a suit, three-piece suit, but he's lost the jacket and he's carrying a short but wickedly curved dagger, tossing it from hand to hand.
I finally cornered you at last, boss.
Boss? That's an honor. The last one you're ever going to give anybody.
I'm the protagonist, and I have a stinger last line. I'm going to throw aside my gun and take out my own knife and make this a fair, honorable fight.
All right, now that's what I like to see. Bring it on, protagonist.
You slowly circle each other, stepping over dead bodies, careful not to slip on any chips. And just outside, you see the protagonist's eyes flicker to the side of you, looking at something over your shoulder.
I lunge and try to stab him, taking advantage of his momentary distraction.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
All right. See if I remember how this system works. My first time playing Sagas. So I have...
So for those that are new to Sagas,
I get to roll a d8 for my weapon attacks.
And you want it low.
And I got a 3.
Unfortunately, our protagonist has plot armor, and nothing but ones are going to hit him.
Oh, no.
Your knife is slapped aside as he spins around, and his own dagger comes plunging down towards you. Please make an avoid check.
Okay. I don't have anything that modifies that, so that's going to be a d10, correct?
That's right.
5.
You feel a sharp pain as the blade sinks between your ribs on your back, and you fall to the ground, the world pulsing red around you. He says something scathing that you don't really hear as the world darkens, and you find yourself floating in space. Unsure, is this death. Doesn't hurt. The knife is gone. You feel weightless in this void. What are you feeling?
Confusion. Feeling unsure of what comes next. I'm feeling afraid in a way that Rafa Leone is not used to feeling. And I wait for whatever comes next. Can I move? Am I just sort of free form floating?
You are free form floating, and suddenly you see a pinprick of light in the distance, growing brighter and brighter and larger. And this swirling circle of colors approaches you quickly, blindingly fast. This portal flies towards you, and we switch scenes. It is a street corner. Beautiful sunny day. The traffic is stopped at the red light as other traffic goes on the green. There's a pizza place right on the corner, across the street from a T-Mobile, and standing on the corner right in front of the pizza place, Matt, please describe what your character looks like.
Yes. So, Peter is holding a sign for Pizza, the best place to get pizza, and he is currently wearing a gigantic pizza costume. I'd say like his head kind of fits underneath where the crust is. You'd see like two big googly eyes, like just a little bit down from where his head is. There are basically every single topping is represented on this pizza outfit. Pepperonis, pineapples, anchovies, sausage, a little bit of durian. There's all manner of ingredient on this. But Peter, standing at about 5'5", he's very enthusiastically spinning this sign and gesturing for people in their cars to get some za.
As you are gesturing wildly, doing your job as best you can, you feel your phone buzzing in your pocket. You're getting a phone call.
Oh, hello?
Hello. This message is intended for Peter. Your application to the University of Medicine has been accepted. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Thank you.
You will have an email shortly with more details.
That's amazing.
We hope you seriously consider attending the University of Medicine.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Click.
Oh, must be having a bad day. This is awesome. And he's gonna like hold up the sign, but now it's just waving wildly in every direction, and he's gonna yell out, "I got in, everybody! I got in!"
People walking by are kind of like giving you strange looks. And as you continue to celebrate, I mean, congratulations, you just got into med school. That's a huge deal. And as you're waving this sign above your head, people continue to give you strange looks, but their looks start to grow concerned. And you realize they're not looking at you, they're actually looking at your sign.
What? Oh, you want pizza?
As you glance at the sign, as you've been waving it around, the sign has been changing colors. It has, you spun it in a circle above your head, and the air around it seemed to catch on its edges and spin with it, opening this straight, it looks like an optical illusion, but you know it's not. It's it's this tear in space that has opened up above you, and you can feel it starting to suck you upwards inside of it.
No, I'm gonna be a doctor.
As it takes you, pizza costume, sign, and all, into a different dimension. We switch scenes once again. This time, it is a dark forest with low-hanging mist crawling across the ground. A single woodsman walks among the trees with a walking stick and a lantern, looking around. I know you're out here. I know you're here somewhere. The horseman of legend. You will appear before me. I command it. We hear the clip-clop of an approaching horse. And slowly, out from the mist, a large figure appears. Bill, please describe what your character looks like.
I'm the legendary horseman of Sleepy Hollow. Everyone knows who I am. You know, black coat, black horse, belts all across. So many belts. They go across my chest. No one knows why. And of course, a wonderful head on top of my shoulders, as I am the head-having horseman of Sleepy Hollow. Hark, traveler! How goes it?
Hello. Have you seen a decapitated man astride his steed around these parts?
Decapitation? I certainly hope not. It's important to have a good head on one's shoulders.
Agreed. This one seems to have survived the process of having his own head removed. He haunts these lands, and I'm here to put a stop to it. He holds out a fist of iconography from several different religions.
Oh! Well, that sounds like one tough customer. You know you can trust me, the head-having horseman, to have your back. I'll stick my neck out for anyone. See how far it goes?
Indeed. You have quite a long neck there.
Little secret. My parents told me it's a little bit softer. We had a doctor look at it, and apparently the bones in the top part of my spine are basically like chalk. That's why I'm on top of this horse, to keep my neck safe from things on the ground.
I see, a logical strategy to keep a good head on your shoulders.
Of course. So, I say, we get together. I've been crafting some bombs out of these gourds. I don't know why. I see a gourd. I want to make a bomb. Let's find this scallywag without a head. Crazy. And bring him to justice.
I like the cut of your jib, sir. May I come astride your horse?
Of course, hop on. We can ride the bridge back into Sleepy Hollow. I love crossing that bridge. Do it all the time.
The man slowly... He seems to be having trouble getting a leg up into the stirrup onto the back of...
My hands are holding these things. Here, just grab my neck and pull yourself up.
And as he reaches up to put both hands around your neck, he pulls, and you feel yourself topple off of the horse towards the ground, but you keep falling. and falling and falling, and somehow the horse is still between your knees. The horse has fallen with you. This man has pulled you into another something, this strange void. You fall. Oh
no! Egads!
And we switch again. This time, we are at what appears to be some sort of museum. We see a large statue of sort of looks like a brontosaurus swimming through a lake. We can see something that looks part bear, part man, towering above the throng of people walking beneath it. And we can see these two are flanking a large sign saying National Museum of Cryptids. A school group comes walking beneath that sign, and one of the children looks much more excited to be here than the rest. Mel, please describe what your character looks like.
Okay. Jackie's 11 years old, and I'm talking like a 6-year-old, but that's the way this 11-year-old child talks. It's, they're like right before puberty hits, wearing their Cryptid Scout outfit, even though this is not a Cryptid Scout outing, is clutching a little guidebook of cryptids, and has learned that nobody wants them to explain things, and is just like chewing on their own cheeks about all of the facts that they want to share. Yep, that's Jackie.
The tour guide is walking by and says, and this right here, of course, is the wonderful Mothman. You can see the large... Yes, you can see the large glowing eyes like lamps that have been reported to glow through the darkness by those that have seen this creature roaming the streets at night. Some have even reported being chased by it in their car. It has led to much speculation, but remember, always drive safely. Remember that when you all start training for your licenses, okay?
I can drive faster than a Mothman. No problem.
Well, don't drive too fast. Remember to always stay under the speed limit, okay?
Okay, does that have actual Ness? Of course, it doesn't have actual Nessie bones because Nessie still lives in Loch Ness. But where'd you get this one though?
She turns and starts reading the plaque underneath Nessie. This one was donated by the M.T. Schuler Foundation.
There's more Nessies. And quickly flips to the page that's got the Loch Ness Monster and just writes multiples.
I would like you to please roll a check to stay with the group as it moves on.
Oh boy. That's a 10.
You continue just walking 2 steps, writing something down, walking 2 more steps, writing another note, and by the time you look up, you realize that your group has gone. Your class is nowhere to be seen.
Oh man. And Jackie's gonna do what they get taught to do at Cryptid Camp, is to just sit down where you are and start yelling.
As you sit down and close your eyes and just start yelling, people around you start to are you okay?
Yeah, I'm looking for my class. Help! 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 Help!
As you continue to yell for help, there are some murmurs of concern, but they disappear into nothing, into silence.
Oh man, where'd all the skeletons go? My name is Jackie Spinelli, and I'm here with camp, and the lights went out. Oh wait, I have a backpack. Can I look for a flashlight? And it's okay if I don't have it.
You 100% would have a flashlight in that backpack.
Hell yeah, flashlight on.
As you fumble with it a little bit and take your flashlight and turn it on, the light shines into a nothingness, a black void, and you realize you are not standing on floor anymore. You are floating in space, suspended.
Mothman, if you can hear me, I'm not gonna hurt you, and I'm not gonna run away. And I'm just gonna like starfish out.
We switch scenes again, this time to a child's bedroom. And it's a different child, a different room. It's nighttime.
Actually, Dennis, we did get a dimension changing donation, so I think maybe we're not in a different child's room. I think maybe we are in Jackie's room, perhaps.
Okay. Brilliant. I'll roll with that. Jackie, you suddenly find yourself in your own bedroom. You're not sure how you got here. The flashlight still shines around, but it is somehow nighttime now.
Dad?
Jackie, you don't hear your dad. Instead, you hear coming from your closet some fumbling sounds. Shit. And you see a hand just coming out of the closet. Yay, they're gay. Just kidding. No. You see someone who's just like covered in blood. Just drenched. Their tie, their jacket, their mouth, their wings, not so covered in blood. Their antennae on top of their head, not so covered in blood. But you recognize the piercing eyes that you saw when you were in the museum. You know your cryptids.
I didn't figure out which fingers a cryptid scout puts up, but it's weird. It's like this. It's like longhorns. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to nature and to cryptids, and to obey the scout law, to believe in the unseen at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally curious, and morally critical. I am here to serve you, Mothman.
The kids are usually asleep right now. I don't know. Oh God. Fuck. Shit.
It's okay. Take your time. Do you want to go back in and come back out again?
Yeah. Why are you awake right now?
I will be perfectly honest. I was on a field trip like 2 minutes ago.
Cool. So the thing is that I'm supposed to be eating right now. And the kids are usually asleep when I drink their blood. The last one didn't die. Definitely still alive.
Wait, is that why you chase people in their cars to eat them?
what is the correct answer here? What answer do you want to hear?
Well, the correct answer is the answer of what do you do? Also, I firmly thought I would encounter you first on the open road and not in my very own bedroom. This is a huge development for me personally.
I don't have a handbook that tells me what to do in these situations, but I really wish I did.
It's okay. Are you hungry? I have food in the kitchen. You want like a PB&J? I bet we have ham.
Kid, I can't eat that. And they like look down at their shirt, which is covered in blood.
Yeah, you're like my brother size. You want me to get you a t-shirt and like some pajama pants?
Actually, yeah, that'd be really cool.
Okay, just wait right here. Jackie's just gonna like go out into the hallway. Is like, what is it? It's nighttime? Yeah.
It is nighttime.
Yeah, so they're just gonna sneak into their big brother's room and just like pick up whatever is on the floor as soon as you walk in.
And I'm gonna ask you, Mel, what graphic tee do you pick up off the floor?
Oh, for sure. It's definitely a Minecraft movie t-shirt. And some like Adidas track pants.
It says chicken jockey, right?
It says chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Mothboy takes the track pants and takes the Minecraft chicken jockey shirt and says, bathroom to the.
Oh yeah. And like they're gonna just like turn around and like point that way.
Mothboy goes and switches into clean, fresh clothes. And before leaving, they turn around and like look at their butt. I think that the pants are a little too tight, but Mothboy isn't upset about it.
Oh, those clothes are not clean or fresh. I'm so sorry.
How
They're
bad
just
do
not
they
covered
smell?
in blood. Oh boy. They smell. When like kids' clothes smell like a lot like the detergent their mom uses, and also a lot like whatever deodorant they use.
I think that Mothboy starts to put them on, smells them, and then decides that his clothes are better. And he's just gonna say, way too small, but I appreciate it, kid. The thing is that I need to feed on someone. And you said that you wanted to, I saw you do the cryptid pose.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just...
I don't like go to sleep. Okay. Jack's gonna like toss
I need
their hair back.
some blood. I need some blood.
I don't think we have any blood downstairs.
It's been so nice, kid. I'm gonna go. Really cool meeting you.
Yeah.
Didn't get your name. I bet your name is Chris. See you later.
Wait. Can I come?
No.
So Mothboy leaves out the door. And what do you do?
Do you leave back into my closet, or do you like walk out the front door of my house?
I do leave back into your closet, and I think that if Jackie was fast enough, the portal in between our worlds wouldn't close. I'd say that Jackie has a good 15 to 30 seconds, max.
Okay. Mr. Mothman!
Mr. Mothman is my dad, please. Just Mothboy.
Jackie is size small, so does that give them an advantage getting through a portal that's shrinking?
Yeah, I'm gonna say roll a check. The difficulty is going to be a little bit less.
Okay. Jesus Christ. I rolled a 9. I just get like my neck stuck in like
That's my bit.
I know, I'm sorry.
A lot of neck content in this particular dimension.
Yo, who out there loves necks?
Moth boy. This is great. Only next.
As
Maybe my hat gets
you
stuck.
dive, you stumble as you start to run towards the rapidly shrinking portal. As you feel it cinch around your neck gently, but you're stuck. And you look out into that void again, and Moth Boy is nowhere to be seen. And the world starts to spin, and you start to feel a little bit dizzy. And now I would like Chris and Matt to both please roll a d6 and pick keywords from one of our Saga's world tables.
While they're rolling, Dennis, when the first NPC comes up for you, let me know, because you do have a calamity roll. So we're just going to pause real quick for you to roll for him. Shout out to Jake for Dennis's calamity roll.
Thank you guys.
Hell yeah. Thanks,
also,
Jake.
We hit our matching gift, so that's really cool. Thank you all
What?
so much.
Let's
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Fantastic. Thank you, everybody.
Phenomenal. All right, Calamity's a D100, right?
Yes.
I got a 47.
I'll wait until you have your first NPC moment.
All right. All right. I like this. The suspense. It's palpable. Okay. Chris, what is your keyword?
I'm picking the keyword atom punk.
Wild. What about you, Matt?
I picked tiny.
All of you feel this dizzy spinning sensation as you start to lose orientation. You don't know which way is up, and suddenly you feel the ground under your feet again, and you stumble a little bit. And you look around, and you find yourself in a kitchen. A 1980s kitchen, maybe a little bit earlier, 1950s, with a TV in the corner, blaring the news, with a wonderful radio announcer voice telling you what's happening today. The weather is looking beautiful once again. And a robot with a jet in place for legs comes floating through the door. Oh dear, it looks like we have some visitors. This is my new NPC.
Amazing. We'll actually roll again. We got a $100 donation. They didn't put that they wanted the incentive, but I do want to be true to what we have said. So everyone roll a D100. First,
Everyone.
Dennis, for the first roll, the character momentarily breaks the fourth wall. But let me know what your second roll is.
Wonderful.
And we can add them together in this Atom Punk game.
Adam Punk.
I bad. The five of you are sitting on top of a kitchen counter, but you quickly realize that something else is wrong. It's not just where you are. It's not just your surroundings. It is not just these strange companions that you have around you. Each of you is about as tall as a salt shaker.
Kid, what did you do to me?
You think I did this?
Yeah, I've never been this small before. Usually I'm much bigger. This has never happened to me before. And the only thing that's different is you.
Mothman thinks I'm powerful. No, Mr. Mothman, sir, I'm sorry, I did not do this. And
Again,
they're gonna
nope,
turn.
Nope. That's my dad, Moth Boy. And you don't have to call me sir. In fact, you know, gender is weird sometimes. I'm questioning that a lot. He, they pronouns. But you know, you can just, I don't know. Oh man, humans are weird. Why did I have to feed tonight?
Or like in the book, prefers he, they pronouns. You got it, Moth Boy.
Thanks,
Moth
kid.
buddy.
Is this hell? Am I in hell right now?
Well, I wouldn't go to hell. I've been a good man my whole life. A head-having horseman.
I'm supposed to be a doctor.
Kid, did you
hi,
bring these
hi.
guys? No?
Can I on that horse?
I brought these guys. The robot puts up a single claw as if it's putting up a finger. Welcome to my universe. My name is Billy Bob, and I'm here to please both you and the audience.
What's the second
Now,
roll for Billy
we have-
Bob?
92.
A giant beanstalk sprouts in front of the ground in front of this character. You can roll a d4 to determine if the inhabitants are friends or foes.
Oh my gosh.
Inhabitants of the beanstalk?
Mhm.
That's 2.
They are foes.
Oh no.
Well, of
I have
course,
a perfect,
beanstalk,
I
they're
have
the
a
magical
perfect
fruit.
way to tie this in. It's gonna take a second though. Now, I have gathered you all here on a veritable quest. We shall venture forth together, and by we, of course, I mean you. I am not able to leave this universe. I have to entertain the audience, of course. Yes, you there.
Yeah, what do you mean the audience? I don't get it.
Well, now,
That wasn't
let's
an answer.
begin. There is a being of most immense powerful, a terrifying creature capable of hopping dimensions as you just did. You see, this being has been sleeping for many, many time units, depending on what universe you may come from. Time is measured differently in different places, you see. And now, I believe it would be most forthcoming of me to have the 5 of you introduce yourselves to each other. Why don't we start with this moth boy?
Hey gang, I'm Moth Boy. He, they pronouns for me. I did not kidnap this kid. They kind of tagged along in my portal. Not very cool, but enough. Enough about them. What do I like to do? Long walks on the beach, candlelit dinners. Usually the dinner stays in here. I just got a little carried away this evening. I guess you didn't ask for a fun fact.
What, were you eating a big can of tomatoes?
Yeah, that is exactly what I was eating.
I love tomatoes. I actually prefer gourds and heartier vegetables. But...
I'll popcorn it to Gourdman.
I'm not a gourd man. I'm a horseman. The head-having horseman. Famous for my head that I have as I ride my horse, which is turned into a horse fly. Naturally, to fit in the shape of this atom punky universe. Yes, indeed. Hey, young one, if you were kidnapped, you can tell me.
Nope. I chased Mothboy through a portal out of my room.
Look, Gordman, I did not kidnap this child. They said, "Can I come with you?" And I said, "No."
Okay, stories. Just want to make sure they're all clear, and I totally trust you. If you were kidnapped, you can definitely let me know later. I will get you out of here.
Thanks, grown up. Can I ride on your fly?
Of course. Hop on. The more, the merrier. As long as the more is 2 or less.
Just scramble up.
While we're doing introductions, it actually sounds like a really great place for us to name our calamity rolls.
Sure, I rolled a 2.
I rolled 100.
Oh, whoa.
How does the head-having horseman, how does he feel when he starts growing a biblically accurate number of eyeballs for the remainder of the session?
That's totally fine. There are plenty of people in the Bible with 2 eyes.
You know that's not what I mean.
I'm gonna get eyes all over. Eyes on my arms, eyes on my legs,
Eyes on your eyes.
eyes on my eyes.
Oh.
Well, it's tough to blink, but most of my eyes are now covered in clothes, so it's sort of just dark. It's just everything's a little fuzzy and gray. Perception is taking a weird turn. Say, child, are you good at driving a horse?
Oh, yeah. I've
You
never
might
done it,
need
but I bet I'm great at it.
You might need to take the reins on this one, so to speak.
Okay.
Because I'm adjusting to some stuff.
Sure.
Yes, I do apologize. There are some little finagly bits that I was not able to iron out in time when I summoned you. You may experience some side effects.
Do you still want me
Sure.
to look at the eyes that you had before, or do you have like a new preference?
I'm gonna be really honest with you. Eye contact is out the window for me. I don't know which eyes you are making contact with at any given time. In fact, I think I might do better if I just kind of close them most. Oh, it's like winking 1,000 times. I'll figure it out. Hey, that man looks like food.
Hello. I'm Peter, he, they pronouns. I work at and I imagine the sign it's taken on like a neon tint now. And he says I work at Pizza. It's not my pizza place. I just got hired because my name is also Peter. Hello. I'm gonna be a doctor.
As you say that, what was your calamity roll?
And roll it twice, because Gloomy Astronomer just donated a really large amount of money, and we're adding more.
Could it be
Alright.
astronomer? Or
You
is
guys,
that-
this is
it
already
specifically
chaotic.
astronomer?
I just
More!
I don't
I hope
know
you're
how to
excited
read.
for this introduction period.
Yeah,
to
Jess,
last
I'm
the
gonna be
rest
real. Astronomer. A much better pronunciation for that word.
I've got an 8 and a 2.
You're so mean. We could have just gone on.
It's so good.
It's really quite powerful.
Okay. God damn it.
Have you been like running a lot of charity streams and working a lot lately, Jess?
Yeah, I
It's so
have
weird.
been. You also grow a biblically accurate amount of eyes.
Oh my
all over the pizza, like pizza top.
Would you say that you're evil, good, or neutral aligned, Matt?
I'd say good.
Okay, you grow a halo for the remainder of the session. If you were a neutral aligned, you would have your work uniform would have changed to a business suit.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
You really are an angel.
Yeah. All right. I guess we have something in common now, aside from both having heads.
That's true. Hey, I can see your halo.
Thank you. I'm pretty proud of it.
Sure.
And now, you, sir, you've been brooding in the corner for quite some time. Do you mind introducing yourself to your fellow companions?
Sure. Name's Rafa Leone, the Ripper of the Strip. I think I died earlier today, but I guess it didn't take. Guess that's on you, Tin Can. Pronouns he, him, and yeah, if anybody needs somebody offed, kid, if the moth guy kidnapped you, me and Mr. Horse over here can. Yeah.
Please, Mr. Horse is my father. But I will engage in extrajudicial killings if you were kidnapped.
I
would
think you and I are gonna get along just fine.
Yes.
And I rolled a 22.
And what was the second roll?
Oh, the second roll is for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
My second roll was a 12.
All right, amazing. You can only speak in Nick Cage quotes for the next 5 minutes in
Boy,
game.
I'm good.
Not out of game, in game time. And you know what? Dimensions, I don't know how fast those minutes are, so that's up to Dennis to decide how long that 5 minutes last.
I need to open the Internet Movie Database real quick.
You also have a rain cloud that follows you around for the next hour, storming at random. You, for the first 30 minutes, have light rain, and for the second 30 minutes, there is snow that comes out of that rain cloud.
Oh, and great. This is Silk. Great day to be Rafa.
Yes, indeed. If I would say, your particular plucking from your respective universe was most opportune. You see, you are still alive. And if I were you, I would be counting my blessings, or one of these angels here could do that for you.
I'm not the best at counting. I go up to this many.
It's just like blinking when you held up your hands.
Yeah, my hands are mine.
Like fucking Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, there too. Okay.
It's almost like a city of angels, Mr. Leone.
Kid, what about you? You haven't introduced yourself yet.
I'm Jackie. Well, I mean, I'm Mothboy's friend, Jackie. I'm a cryptid scout, and I'm just so excited to drive this horsefly. Congratulations on being a doctor. My cousin Martin's a nurse, and he really likes his job, so I'm sure you're going to be really happy.
Thank you.
Do you did you say Mr. and like Jackie's going to try to like get your attention, Rafa, and be like, "Did you say you're a stripper?"
Please hold while I look up Nick Cage quotes that could possibly say This is going to really hamper my improv. I'm not going to lie to y'all.
While we wait, we could get your calamity rolls.
Absolutely. So Jackie's calamity rolls were 16 and 100.
All right, 16. All plants within 20 feet of Jackie wither away and die.
Oh.
There's like a fruit bowl on the counter that just.
And then shoot. Jackie is ambushed by a small group who has mistaken Jackie for someone else. I'm gonna roll 1d4 to actually, Melissa, you roll 1d4 to determine the number of assailants.
Okay. Oh boy. That's going to be 3 assailants.
Yikes.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
The
hey,
doors
guys!
to the kitchen burst open. And oh no, the family's here. And a mom, a dad, and a little kid come in, and the kid shouts, "Dolly!" pointing directly at Jackie. And the father says, "Finally, we found her," and is going to reach an enormous, normal-sized hand down to pluck Jackie up. As this happens, the pot that had the potted plant on the counter that had just withered and died, suddenly his hand brushes it and it falls to the ground and sprouts this enormous beanstalk that just rips the floor of the house apart. She comes rocketing through the roof, tearing it in pieces. "Oh no, it's starting earlier than anticipated. Well, good luck fighting the beast. I wish you all the best in your endeavors." And you hear this as the beanstalk begins to rip apart as another portal appears, and all these huge sounds. The family are reeling backwards, screaming, and all 5 of you get sucked in. Bloop, 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 bloop. And yeah! I need Jess and Mel to please roll a d6 and pick something from our world tables.
Yeah.
While we're at it, Rafa Leon, you seem a little tongue-tied. Do you want to just try and give me the ABCs really quick? Which is a Nicolas Cage quote from Vampire's Kiss.
I haven't seen the film.
Oh, it's great. He does the whole ABCs. He just does the ABCs as Nicolas Cage. It's fucking wonderful.
A, B, C, D.
Okay, slow down.
E.
I'm trying to keep up.
I would like to do right now. Whatever Jackie's gonna say is right now.
Awesome. Jackie's going to say martial arts.
Right now.
Oh, snap.
As the portal sucks all of you in, you feel your weight and mass come back as you grow back to normal size. And you see in front of you you find yourself in a dojo with a deer scare bamboo tunk in the garden out back. All of you fall stumbling onto this this grass mat inside a vast room with a single person. Can't really tell what gender they are as they sit there cross-legged wearing a white robe with both of their eyes closed. And as you arrive, instead of opening both their eyes, a third one opens in their forehead.
It'd be a lot more impressive if we didn't have so many people with so many eyes in the party.
Hey, you good over there, pal? Just speaking as someone who's gotten a lot of eyes very quickly, it could be a difficult transition. Are you doing okay?
It's like looking in a mirror, only not.
The person sitting on the mat says nothing for a moment and then leaps to their feet, opening both of their normal eyes, and just shouts, "Martial arts right now!" and goes in for a karate chop. And I need everybody to please roll a reaction check as combat begins.
Oh my gosh.
I will ask for them momentarily.
What die is that?
D10.
If you D10, if nothing on your sheet says otherwise.
Oh,
All right. Did anybody get a 10? 9.
Oh, Jackie.
8. 7. 6. 5.
Right here.
You're just HHH on the initiative order sheet. 4. 3. 2.
I rolled a 1. I feel like it's wasted in initiative. I'm a little upset about that because I feel like in the moment of need, I'm just going to be rolling 10s. So it's unfortunate.
We'll find out.
But here we are.
And for those new to sagas, 10 is bad. 1 is good.
It's golf.
5 is respectable, and everyone agrees.
I don't.
Yes.
Not today. Sorry, Phil.
5 is average. Everyone should be fine with 5. There's nothing
I'm
wrong
fine
with
with
5.
5. Yeah.
5's fine.
We start with Mothboy as combat begins. The creature is lunging at all of you. Mothboy, you are the only one who landed as you switched this dimension. You're the only one that landed stably and on your feet, and the only one able to react while this creature is closing the distance.
Mothboy keeps a long whip on their hip. And they say
For
martial arts
combat.
right now. And they also keep a crowbar, but I don't think that they'd be able to like get that out of the crook of their back fast enough. So they say martial arts right now. No, and they whip. They like take the whip, and I assume that this person is like going into like a stance, and so I'd like to wrap one of their hands with the whip. That's the action that I'm trying to get, and I'd like to give it a tug if it succeeds. So
Go ahead and make that check.
no, Dennis. When we end in a new dimension, we like change, right, to match the dimension.
When your turn comes up, I'm going to ask you for a new character description as well.
oh, should I do that then?
As your whip unravels flying towards this creature, you change as well. What does Mothboy look like in martial arts right now dimension?
I have, instead of my tie being down this way, like on my body, it's wrapped around my head, like a headband. We did just get a $100 donation. Thank you so much, everybody. roll your D100s. Oh, and I didn't do mine earlier. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I was
speedrun
going to
these.
ask at some point. We have to have missed some. There's been what, 16 calamity rolls?
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so my first roll is during the next tense situation, the character goes through a magical girl transformation. So as I land
This is perfect.
and pull out my whip, I instead of the tie being around my head, my entire outfit is made of ties, head to toe, and I stand with my whip in the air and I say, Mothboy, power whip! And I whip it at the wrist. Would y'all be okay if I used one of our rerolls already? Okay.
This feels like the perfect moment.
Cool, because a 7 just doesn't feel like it's gonna cut it. A 3 feels respectable though.
The whip makes contact, wraps around this creature's arm, and as they are crouching tiger, hidden dragon flying across the room towards you, we get a single zoom, like 70s 80s action movies, zoom shot on the wrist, then zoom shot on the reaction face, and then just gets pulled, yanked to the ground.
Amazing. I also rolled a 67. A talking dog starts to follow my character for the remainder of the session. And then my last one is a 43. Each character within 10 feet of me that rolls on the table turns invisible for the next 5 minutes. And everyone will be rolling on that table.
Oh my gosh.
Have fun with that on your turns.
So hang on. Let me hang on.
I think I landed 11 feet away from them.
Yeah.
So as you hear a Moth Boy, I'm just in time. Bofer's here to save you, and a bipedal cartoon dog with a headband jumps onto the mat with paws raised, and then you just vanish. What? Oh boy, where'd you go?
Hey, dog. I'm not going to tell you where I am, but I mean, the whip is attached, so you should be able to figure it out.
That's all right. Bofer has a famously good sense of smell.
Bofer is what you've called yourself?
Boferdy's nuts!
Okay, it's somebody else's turn. I've gotta go.
I can't breathe.
This.
It's the creature's turn, and the creature has a stat block and a bunch of health and a couple different things it can do. So it is going to as it lands on the ground, taking 1 point of damage, and immediately it does a sort of helicopter kick, breakdancing up back onto its feet, and it is going to randomly catch 1, 2, 3, 4 almost by accident. The one of the feet comes swinging towards Jackie. I need you to please make an avoid check.
Okay. I'm small, does that matter?
Not in this case.
Dennis, it's another fucking 10. I cannot believe it. I'm gonna reroll.
Reroll. We have a lot of them. Keep giving us rerolls, by the way. Thank you so much,
we
chat.
need
You
them,
are the
apparently.
best.
We have 11 rerolls right now, if I'm counting right.
Oh shit.
No. I'm gonna update as we go and let.
Okay.
Okay.
I wish we had 11. If you donate $110, we'll have 11 more.
That's still a 7.
The foot catches you right in the gut, knocking the wind out of you, and you take 3 points of damage.
Oh no.
And to be clear, in Sagas, we're level 3 right now. You might have 3 health at this point at level 3.
I put all my points in effort. I only have 2 health.
Do we have anyone who is a doctor?
I'm almost a doctor.
Just 6 more years.
Yes.
You're so close.
I will use all the training I currently have.
Okay, everyone,
you
stop
can
what you're
get-
doing because we're switching to a new dimension.
Oh my god.
What?
We haven't even finished 2 turns yet. Much less
we
a
gotta
round.
talk faster.
Yeah, we got.
While the world starts spinning around you, Peter is going to help, and in sagas you can spend 2 effort to help and give a reroll. So you can spend that 2 effort, and as the world changes, Matt, please describe how Peter is going to help Jackie avoid this kick.
Okay, so I imagine that Peter, his sign has turned into one of those boards that you break with a punch or with a kick, and so Peter instinctively knows, wait a second, if they're taking an attack, they've got to break through the boards first, and so Peter's gonna shove that board in front of the blow, and hopefully that will dampen it enough before it reaches Jackie.
You hold the board out, the foot cracks right through it, but its momentum has been slowed. Mel, what'd you re-roll?
3.
Yes!
That's so much
That
better.
is a success. The foot barely misses you by a hair's breadth, and as this creature spins, the entire universe spins around it. And I need Phil and Jess to please roll d6s for a new world.
That's on the table you sent us, correct?
It is on the table.
Okay.
And I am going to call in the next calamity roll for the creature. It is a 33.
All right, a 33. Is it is it holding a weapon?
It depends on what this next world is.
Well, Bill, you go first. What's the next world from your perspective?
PC's family are the antagonists.
Multiple simultaneously. That sounds about right.
Oh my god.
All of your families.
Oh no.
I mean, I didn't
Okay.
say all of them. I
Okay.
just said multiple. But if anyone wants to donate $50 to make sure we
Well-
get the fuck out of this dimension right now,
It's a good thing I'm a family guy.
Oh no, we're gonna meet Mr. Horseman.
so Dennis, the NPC you have in mind, are they holding a weapon or aren't they?
I'm running through all your characters because right now the creature is all of your family members, all of your characters' family members all at once.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna say yes. Someone somewhere is holding a weapon.
Okay, so then the weapon they're holding gains sentience for the next 10 minutes and begins to question its existence.
Oh my gosh.
So we've added like 13 NPCs.
We need-
Yeah.
Get ready, Dennis.
Jet.
Everyone, you know what? You know what's so
unsustainable.
funny is that I said PC's family members were the antagonists. What I meant to say was just gritty is the subgenre. Then we're just gonna go to a gritty zone.
Okay, we'll do that instead because that's gonna be so much easier for me to manage.
Now, is this Gritty the adjective or Gritty the mascot?
Oh!
So,
Imagine
as
Gritty the mascot smoking a cigarette in a noir universe.
Go birds.
as we
Plot.
see this, the world goes totally black and white. There's a single street light shining down through the rain, as the only splash of color is this bright orange monstrosity wearing a helmet and a jersey, smoking a cigarette, and as he takes in, all of you just appear in black and white on the opposite side of the street. Huh. We have visitors, don't we? And immediately the cigarette he's holding pops 2 eyes out of it and says, "Ah! Oh my God, what's happening? I'm alive! Why am I alive? What's happening right now?"
Oh, and he's on fire.
Oh no!
It burns! It is. We're still in combat. And
Right.
it is Rafa's turn.
All right.
What does Rafa look like in a
Should I roll
noir
first,
universe?
or should I describe first?
Describe first, and then we'll do your calamity.
I think Rafa honestly looks a lot like he did when we were introduced to him in the John Wick universe. Just a fedora has appeared, and now his face is entirely shrouded in darkness. And
Amazing.
I rolled a 52.
All right. A pig flies across the sky.
That's easy.
Yeah. Unless it lands on you.
A swine with wings alights on a nearby home, perched there like a gargoyle, staring down at the dark street. What does Rafa do with his turn? To clarify, Gritty is clearly the creature. You saw the martial arts master transform into this mascot.
Okay, that is helpful. Rafa will say, look at Gritty and say, "Come here, you're pissing me off." I'm just running through Nick Cage quotes as I can, and move to close the distance. And take a swipe at Gritty with his knife. I think it's transformed into a switchblade in this world.
You dart across the street, stepping in a puddle that splashes in slow motion as you do, and run towards the mascot and lunge forward with your switchblade arm. Go ahead and roll an attack.
And I have an auto. It looks like I have an auto success. Is that on the next one, or do I pick when I use that?
Whenever you want it.
Then I rolled a 6, so I'll use that now. I would like to automatically hit Gritty.
Hang on. Let me get this straight. A mini boss from the John Wick universe darts across a black and white street with a switchblade to stab Gritty the mascot.
Yeah.
Did I get all that right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Just making sure that I'm keeping track of the chaos somehow.
Tracking
Gritty,
these moments that will never happen again.
Yeah. Gritty takes a point of damage. Just wildly shaking. The cigarette yells out, "It still burns!" And we move to the next one in combat, which is Peter. What do you look like in a noir universe, and what was your calamity roll?
All right. So, in this case, in the noir universe, Peter, instead of the costume being a top-down view of the pizza, it's now a side view, a cross-section, because the pizza outfit is now thick. It's a deep dish. And his sign has turned into a fork and knife, because you gotta use that to eat the deep dish pizza.
Deep dish is so good.
And my calamity roll is a 62.
All right, a 62. The character shrinks in size to 1 foot for the remainder of the session.
Oh my gosh. Great. Okay. So Peter is about to do something that he thinks is intimidating, because he's going to try to do shield cover, which is his action where all allies within melee range may use a D8 on avoid checks until the start of his next turn. But then he becomes smaller. And he's like, wait, hang on. I can't reach.
Oh my god. As you raise your fork and knife upwards, as everything around you grows to the sizes of large buildings, and the raindrops themselves even get larger to the point where it feels like you're getting like punched with every single drop. You crossing the street to the enemy is now going to be quite difficult.
Oh no. I will do my best.
But it's okay. You're staying here trying to raise yourself above everyone to cover them with your shield, but you're not barely getting over anyone's knees.
I will block.
Next we have the head-having horseman. What does a head-having horseman look like in a gritty noir universe?
Yeah,
and what was your calamity roll?
To more modern times. Let's find out what the calamity roll was first. It was a 70.
70. Would you say that you're wearing shoes right now?
Yes, boots.
Okay. Holes start to appear in your shoes. That's it.
Oh, okay. As long as this beautiful head I have is still fine. The head-having horseman, metal spikes coming out of a black jacket. My horse is now a sick motorcycle, maybe with a sidecar for Jackie to sit in, since Jackie was on the horse last time. There's like this weird bucket with like glass in front of it that's like on the side. I don't know what that's for. So I'm just gonna grab that weird bucket thing, and I'm really good at throwing stuff. So I think it's time I hit the Gritty. I'm gonna throw the motorcycle helmet at Gritty, which I get to use a
go
D10
ahead.
for.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's a 2.
That is a success. This is one of your things, right? It's not just a motorcycle helmet.
I have thrown rank 1 and rank 2. I can throw non-weapon objects targeting a zone. So I guess I'd throw it in his zone.
All right. As the helmet flies towards it, it goes wide for a moment, but it hits the back wall of the building, bounces off, hits a lamppost that tink starts to fall sideways, and the helmet then lands directly in and hits Gritty's helmet, and they just collide. There's a sickening crack as cracks form in both helmets, and Gritty takes a point of damage. And as this light post falls, it falls straight towards you and it spins, angling itself towards your neck, and misses by inches.
Oh my goodness, that thing was clearly so dangerous. I'm glad I kept it away from my head. Could have been so bad.
It has taken 3 damage so far, and now finally we're at the bottom of the turn order with Jackie.
Oh,
sitting in the sidecar.
Can I have moved on my turn if Jackie wants to get closer and is in? Because you're not a chicken, Jackie, right?
I'm not a chicken.
You're not like a coward. You're not a chicken, Jackie.
I'm not a chicken, Jackie.
13-year-olds go wild.
I just want.
Thanks for checking.
So I'll drive up to get Jackie in more of a melee
I have
range.
to keep track of enough.
Okay. Great. So what I didn't do, because I was trying to keep things simple, but Jackie is Mothboy's sidekick, and Mothboy doesn't get to pick that.
snap.
Well, excuse me.
But what that means is that when we're in combat, Jackie can do all kinds of give all kinds of help to the person they're the sidekick for, who is Mothboy. And so when we come around to your turn, Jess, I will be interrupting to help.
Okay, understood.
I just want you to know.
You know, if Matt's character, if he wasn't a doctor, you might have become a vampire in that moment. So maybe you got lucky.
Oh yeah, no, this kid should not survive in this world. Okay, so we're in the sidecar.
Excuse me, you can't say that around Peter, and you certainly can't say that around Mothboy now. Mothboy felt concerned for you.
Character development.
So Jackie in this world is wearing like a ruffly like Mad Men like children's dress with like the Peter Pan collar and like knee socks and Mary Janes and like a little Peter Pan bob. And what they would like to do is, because they're little, so what they'd like to do is as the motorcycle pulls up and around is kind of try to like get up onto the seat of the main bike and just pluck the cigarette out of Gritty's mouth.
Is this an attack?
I guess so, yeah.
Can
I
I?
guess
All
I'm
right, go ahead
disarming
and roll an
Gritty.
attack.
Can I help? I keep forgetting that I have all this effort to spend.
Yes.
oh.
How does Rafa help Jackie living out of Gritty the mascot's mouth in this noir universe?
I'm in melee, I'm swiping with the knife, I'm distracting Gritty from being able to see this swipe coming.
And you are a successful distraction as Gritty spins violently towards you, and suddenly the cigarette is within reach. Go ahead and roll your 2 dice, Mel, for plucking the cigarette.
All right, here we go. All right, that's a 4 and a 5. Is either of those a success? Because if not, I'm going to make it one. Jackie got 2 auto successes and we're using one. Smoking's bad for you, mister.
What?
As you
Is that true?
pluck the cigarette. What do you mean I'm bad for people? I'm perfectly fine. I'm also alive somehow. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Let's see. I think Jackie's going to just kind of gently tap it out on the motorcycle, sorry. And just be like,
Oh, actually, that
You were
feels
gonna
great.
burn all
I'm
the
not on
way
fire
out.
anymore.
"You're welcome."
Thank you. But he's right. Smoking is bad for you.
Just gonna put you in my pocket, okay?
Oh, it's
I
gonna
get a
smell
little-
awful. That's gonna smell awful. You're gonna smell terrible. Former smoker here. Don't keep a happy. Just put it out and throw it away.
If it wasn't talking to
It's
me,
gonna-
maybe
it's
I'd
gonna
make
smell
different
terrible.
choices.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just. Former smoker Phil is like, oh, gross.
No, it's we just is the cigarette still like talking like
It's kind of weird. Very nice. I didn't like being out in the rain.
And Gritty opens his mouth. It's time to switch. And the whole world begins to spin again as everything turns into a Technicolor mess. And as Mel and Matt roll on our world tables, we are going to go to our first break.
Alrighty, friends. We're gonna let you know what the dimension is when we come back from break. So put in the chat what you think it's going to be. It's probably going to be very, very wrong, but there's some fun in that. Anyway, we're going to do some shrimp checks. We're going to eat some food, maybe shrimp, maybe not. We're going to drink some water, but we're taking care of ourselves. And while we're taking care of ourselves, we want you to take care of yourselves. So de-shrimp that back, get some water, do some stretches. Go and check out our Tiltify. It's the pinned chat in both our Twitch and YouTube channel right now. It goes straight to the Tiltify link where you can donate to Trans Lifeline, the amazing organization that we are supporting today, over the weekend, and we've got one more stream on Wednesday. So whatever you're doing, do it for the next 10 minutes and then make sure that you're back here. Bye! Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining us this evening as we raise funds for Trans Lifeline, an amazing grassroots hotline and microgrants organization that offers direct emotional and financial support to trans people in crisis. This is truly an organization that is for trans people by trans people. It is absolutely amazing. Right now, we are playing a dimension hopping game of Sagas. It has been so incredibly interesting, chaotic, weird. All really good ways to describe what we're dealing with right now. But before we do a little recap to let you know what you've missed so far in part 1 of this episode, I want to let you know that we have donation links that are pinned in both the Twitch and the YouTube chat right now. It takes you straight to our Tiltify page that again is raising funds for Trans Lifeline. While you're there, you will see some really fun ways that you can help shape our game that added to the descriptors of what I just said. Some of the not so weird ones, if you donate $10, we get a reroll. Not weird, but very, very useful. If you donate $25, again, not weird, but useful, you can gift an auto success to anyone. Now, this is where things get weird. If you donate $35 or more, you can make any one of these characters, including our dear lovely GM Dennis, you can make us roll on the calamity table. And now the calamity table is like a wild magic surge. There's a lot of weird stuff that's been going on. What has been y'all's favorite so far? Shout them out.
Don't undersell this. It is way weirder than Wild Magic Surge. Let's be clear.
I think the wombo combo of getting I am covered in a biblically accurate angel's amount of eyes into Peter also being covered in a biblically accurate angel's amount of eyes was fun. That was fun for me.
Amazing. Well, I'm happy to provide that fun. I did actually write all of these myself.
They're
So-
great.
I currently have 6 tabs of IMDb open so that I can scroll for halfway relevant Nick Cage quotes because I'm stuck only speaking as Nick Cage in character.
Have been 5 game minutes, right?
We've been hopping dimensions.
We've had
I bet
round and a half of combat, my dude. I don't think we're there yet.
We're still counting in seconds for sure.
Well, I
So-
tried.
Not
I
only can
appreciate
you
it.
help Trans Lifeline, but you can also help us get a little bit more weird. For a $50 donation or more, you can make us stop what we're doing as soon as I notice your donation, and we'll jump to another dimension. Doesn't matter if we just got done describing the dimension that we got to. We'll jump to another one, and then for $100 or more, you can make all 6 of us roll for calamity rolls. We already met our matching gift of the night, but I do still want to give a shout out to Kim Hanley and Sir Hamicus, who matched the first $150 that were donated this evening. And then I do also want to remind folks that everyone who donates tonight gets entered into a drawing to win a free t-shirt from Session Zero Clothing. Ryan's actually in the chat right now. They have some really cool D&D and TTRPG t-shirts that I know that y'all will love because you're D&D and TTRPG nerds just like us. So go and check them out, donate, and maybe you'll win a free shirt. So with all of that being said, I'm going to kick off the recap from Mothboy's point of view. So there I was in a room trying to feed because I am a vampire after all. I was covered in blood because I went to feed on someone earlier in the night, and unfortunately they died before I could finish feeding. And then the kid was awake. Usually the kids are asleep, or the people are asleep when I'm feeding, and they don't freak out because they're asleep. But this kid actually was really different, and they were like, hello Mothman sir, I am here to be your loyal servant protector. And I said, well, Mothman is actually my dad, so please, Mothboy is fine. And Jackie, you go ahead, you know the rest. This has been weird.
Yeah, so Mothboy showed up in my bedroom. So cool. My name is Jackie. I'm a cryptid scout. I was on a field trip to a cryptid museum, but then I got dropped back in my bedroom. I don't know why, but I think it was probably because Mothboy was coming and I was supposed to be there to receive them. And then they kept asking for blood, and I felt so bad because I didn't have any in my house, but I did offer them some of my brother's clothes so that weren't bloody, but I guess they smelled too much like Axe body spray, so I didn't want to do it. And that I see Mothboy seemed really disappointed, and that made me feel like, ooh, maybe I have to do a better job. And so they left, and I was like, please, Mr. Mothboy, ma'am, sir, don't leave without me. And the portal, I don't know if you guys knew this, but there's portals that moth folks use. I tried to follow through, but my head got stuck. And then we all ended up together with some other friends in the kitchen. And I don't really know what happened to them before that.
Frankly, I thought it was hell because I got absolutely shreked by the protagonist. And then I was there, and we were like real little. Like we were on the counter, and this guy over here who has just the most gorgeous head I've ever seen. It's pristine. He was riding on a fly. Like that's how little we were. And there was this robot who kept like looking into the middle distance and talking about the audience and telling us that he had this quest for us. And then a beanstalk appeared. And then I think that was when we next sort of got quantum leaped into like Hong Kong cinema land. And
yeah. We were like, I mean, we were clearly trespassers in that house. There was a family that appeared, but thankfully their house got wrecked by the beanstalk, and we got teleported into a dojo where suddenly we had to fight something, this being that the robot had told us about. And thankfully we turned invisible, but also the instincts kicked in, and Peter pulled a little board out of nowhere and blocked the attack to Jackie, our precious child here. But then amidst the fight, the chaos continued, and we got zapped into like a grittier place.
Yes, that is what happened. We went to a grittier place, and then I knew that I had to hit the gritty. Someone had to hit the gritty. The gritty monster, as it were, a big orange fluff ball, smoking a cigarette that came to life. Apparently, smoking's bad for you. News to me. But, you know, I took this, people were calling it a helmet off of the motorcycle. Who needs that? I've got a beautiful head. I'm not covering that up. So I threw that as the head-having horseman at this gritty, tried to hit the gritty. Peter got small, which will be a little problem later. Little problem. And then we sort of brought Jackie in to steal that cigarette and save it. It's unclear if the fire of the cigarette was causing it pain or if it was the cigarette's source of life. Maybe metaphorically, sometimes the things that give us life are also our life's greatest pain. And then I think now we're going to another world, and boy, I hope there's a place for my horse.
The giant orange mascot wields cosmic powers and rips this dimension into pieces, revealing a new one beneath it. You are all on a space station. To be clear, the prompt for this new dimension is space and supers. So you are on a space station, and you hear a roar coming from down this metallic hallway with strange blinking lights that probably don't do anything. Maybe they do something, you're not sure. And an alien, hulking, muscular, comes running around the corner. One hand is a giant claw, the other is a normal human-sized claw, towering 10 feet tall, 4 eyes on one side, one larger eye on the other, bright purple skin, and galloping down the hallway towards you, and it is Mothboy's turn in combat. What does Mothboy look like on this space station where you all have superpowers?
I think that Mothboy is wearing a school uniform, but it has become camouflaged. And instead of pants, like Mothboy was wearing earlier, Mothboy is now wearing a moth skirt. And for the time that we spend in this universe, will be referred to as Moth Girl. She still has a whip in her hand. Is she invisible still? It's not been 5 minutes.
So
Please
I
God,
think
let me
we
find
all
this.
collectively, just with everything going on, forgot that all of you turned invisible.
Yep.
Well, no, I was 11
So-
feet away from then Moth Boy.
That's right,
So I did
because
not.
we need to see the gorgeous head of the head-having horseman.
Yeah, you can't hide this head.
Gotta make
So
sure the 8 by 10
everyone
velocity stays
except
visible.
the head-having horse. Well, actually, it's just your head that is still visible. Everything else was within
Okay.
10 feet.
Sure.
So there's a floating head that this monster
it's
is
a radius.
charging
It's
down
sort of-
towards.
It sort of
Yep.
cuts off around the neck.
Yeah, that's about where it cuts off.
That really doesn't mean anything.
And but if we could see what would we see Moth Girl, what would Moth Girl be doing? And I don't know if we have any of these calamity rolls left.
We have
we
no
had a
more
lot.
calamity rolls. We have gone through
Okay.
it. However,
now.
comma,
For now.
yes, if we all donate in denominations of $35 or $100, there will be more chaos. Just saying. Okay, so in Moth Boy's turn in the last dimension, they had taken their whip and connected the whip to the monster's wrist. Is it still connected?
Is it still a whip?
Yeah, it's still a whip.
Like a slimy
Okay.
space whip or something.
No. It's so we're country right now, so it's like it's vines. It's a viney whip.
Okay. Yes, it is still connected to the normal hand, not the claw hand.
Okay. So then Moth Girl is just going to take the whip and she's gonna like rip it back as hard as she can. What she'd like to do in this moment is force the monster to like rush towards her, and she'd like to knee it in the stomach. And what she's gonna say is, now why don't you just come over here for just a second? I just want to talk. Don't you hurt my fucking friend ever again. I swear to God, I'll rip your head off.
Go ahead and roll an attack. Is anyone helping or comboing with this? With the
did
remaining
hear
effort that you might have?
that my little friend was going to combo.
Yes, Jackie's gonna combo. Jackie's gonna spend
Ow.
1 effort to combo. Okay, so I think Jackie's in like a tiny like Buck Rogers like space suit. That's like their superhero costume, and they've got a little blaster. It doesn't do anything, but
Little flag that says zap.
yeah, it just says zap. But what they are gonna do is like do like a little like run up the wall to like skitter around the other side of the alien and tickle it.
And
Okay.
and they can see it because they know that the whip is connected to the wrist.
Yes.
So we
Everyone
can
knows.
see the whip, but we can't see Moth Girl or Jackie.
I heard Moth
We
Girl.
can just right. And as Moth Girl violently threatened this terrifying, maybe not so terrifying alien, Jackie, you do a full wall run, pitter pattering along the metallic panels, and get right underneath the arm that's being held by the the whip or the vine, and tickle right under the armpit right there. And as the creature instinctively does this, it pulls itself towards Moth Girl even harder. And go ahead and make that attack roll to see if you manage to land a knee to the gut.
And I just rolled 2d10 then, right?
So combo.
This is just one. With combo, you do extra damage.
Okay.
Can I help too?
You can. Everyone can stack on this if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend an effort to help too. Help and combo.
All right.
Well, I rolled a 2.
A 2 is definitely a hit. So as it yanks itself forward, it fully comes off the ground as you pull on this thing. Remember, superheroes. And the knee to the gut, we get this dot. I don't know the name of the art, but comic dot art drawing of. Thank you. Of pow, as there's jagged yellow spikes coming out of the back, as and all the eyes go bug-eyed as it gets the wind absolutely knocked out of it, and it takes 2 points of damage.
That'll teach you.
It is now the creature's turn, and the creature is absolutely going to swing in retaliation at Moth Girl, which it can't see, so you get 2 dice on your avoid check.
Am I close enough to shield cover?
You are still 1 foot tall, but
Okay.
yes.
Forgot about that.
So
And
go
I
ahead
think actually, while you're rolling, just go ahead and roll a d100. Thanks, Evie.
No way!
That's crazy.
Oh,
Actually,
snap.
you're the one rolling, Jess.
Oh,
You're
fuck.
rolling an avoid check.
Okay.
But the D100 is for Peter.
It's for all 6 of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, Mamma Mia.
another one.
Guys!
Goodness.
I mean, hell yeah.
Y'all.
This
Here
is
it
what we want.
comes.
Okay, so my avoid check, I rolled bad news. I rolled an 8. Good news, I rolled a 1.
Nice.
Yeah.
A perfect avoid as the pincers just slam shut right above where your head was seconds ago. It misses entirely. What's your calamity roll?
You know, if it's okay, I'd just like to take that and keep it. Let's see. My arch nemesis arrives to the scene.
Perfect for superhero time.
Wow.
You hear a voice behind you. Well, if it isn't Moth Girl, it's time for Butterfly Man to have his vengeance.
Butterfly Man, I told you once, I told you twice, you smell like a teenage boy's sock drawer. I do not want anything to do with you. Leave me alone.
We don't talk about body odor here. That's toxic behavior, Moth Girl.
You have been asked very nicely to just shower regularly and to apply deodorant. It is not toxic after you have been repeatedly told that it's unpleasant. And it was nice, and it was in person, face to face, and it was not around any of our other friends. I'm sorry. I know that the breakup went poorly, but we're done and you stink.
Well, tell you what, you beat me in a duel at sundown.
Sundown.
Guys, I'm running on like 2 brain cells.
Let's carry on.
She just immediately yanks the whip from the monster, and she's going to whip at his armpits. And what I would like to do, there's going to be some stank in there. She's trying to get it so that a little bit of the stank goes onto the whip to like make it a +1 weapon, if you'll allow it.
+1 stanky whip.
Toxic butterfly odor.
I mean, Butterfly Man is certainly a supervillain with this specific power to make whips stanky.
Classic stank whip Butterfly Man. We all know.
You go ahead and make that attack roll. Meanwhile, the alien is still trying to rip the rest of you apart, and it is Rafa's turn next. So what was the attack roll for Stanky Whip?
Is it okay, y'all? We still have 7 rerolls. Do y'all mind if
Yeah.
I take one?
Yes,
Okay. It's
go.
a 5. I don't
Burn
think
through
that
it.
that's good enough. But I do think a 3 might be good enough.
A 3 is certainly good enough, and you you get the whip right around his full shoulder, wrapping it several times, and as you pull it off, we see this comical green smoke trailing off of it, and Butterfly Man shouts, "Ah, no, not again! I'll get you next time, Moth Girl!" and just runs off down the hallway.
Okay,
This happened
bye.
often? Not again.
It's
It's a regular
whip does
occurrence.
1 extra damage now.
Your armpit gets hit to have its stank stolen, instantly defeating you. This happens often.
That's his glowing weak spot. Yup.
This sounds like a you problem.
All right.
Steal my armpit stank once, shame on you. Steal my armpit stank twice, shame on me.
Oh, God.
Chris,
Yeah.
what does Rafa the John Wick mini boss look like in Space Supers?
I think it's got to be very like Daredevil, like street level superhero sort of vibes. So like padded, armored get up, and boy howdy, I don't think he's got like big flashy superpowers. I think he's a street level superhero. But I have the character trait of being arrogant and always assuming I'll succeed. So let's fight this giant claw monster. And I think just like a quick flurry of slashes and stabs with his knife, trying to hit it, but also trying to sort of corral it and keep it away from my friends who are small, either by virtue of being children or having been shrunk.
Yeah.
I will just sort of
As you
roll.
do that,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that mid-attack, your calamity roll strikes.
Cool. My calamity roll is a 78.
A 78. You sprout functional wings that work for the next 10 minutes.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh!
Boy, between
Hell
three
yeah.
of the 5 of us, we've got like a whole angel situation
Yeah.
going on.
Oh, we got 2 people with too many eyes. We've got 1 with a permanent halo, and now we have wings. It's perfect.
Mhm.
I think as I feel those kick in, that flurry of stabs becomes like I'm flying around this thing, trying to like rain down hits on it.
Wow.
And my attack roll is an 8, but I'm lucky. So instead, I will spend 2 effort to succeed instead of fail.
Yeah, we're all really
Amazing.
lucky to be here.
Yeah.
And so, describe for me how your attack hits and deals damage to this purple alien claw hand many-eyed purple monster, incorporating your new wings.
Yeah, I think I kind of run in and it's about to get the drop on me with that claw as the wings sprout, and I'm able to fly up out of reach of that, and I'm flitting around this thing faster than it can keep up with me, just sort of peppering in little cuts as it's swinging at me with my knife, and maybe hit, dealing a little bit of damage, slowing it down, death by 1,000 cuts style.
We get a full DBZ fight scene as you just become a line bouncing off of the walls. And you deal another point of damage to it. And next up is Peter. What do you look like in Space Supers? And then we'll start with that. We got a couple things to get to, but we'll start there.
So what you'll see, the big thing that is like very prominent is in the center of his torso. I mean, of course, this pizza boy has become a pizza cyborg. In the center of the torso is a glowing oven, and within you can kind of see a little rotating pizza being baked before your very eyes. Peter is now robotic with massive like triangle shoulders, orange and brown with a little red trim. And the sign has turned into a gigantic pizza steel. And of course, you see that pie being baked inside, ready to be served to evildoers. This is Peter, the pizza pieborg, part robot, part person, all pizza.
All right, Peter, the pizza pieborg. What'd you get on your calamity roll?
97.
All right, with a 97, oh, this is good. You feel compelled to reveal a secret right now.
Oh my gosh.
Secrets right now.
Okay. Peter is gonna say, I like all the chain pizzas. I like frozen pizzas. I know pizza's good, but I love that feeling of frostbitten pizza.
DiGiorno?
Yes. It's not delivery. It's delicious.
Thank you to DiGiorno for sponsoring this portion.
Oh, but Peter would like maybe as a
Now you have your actual turn. Yes.
A little extra flavor, if you will. He's gonna turn to our head-having horseman and say, for quality control, I need someone to check that the pizza is cooked enough. Would you mind sticking a toothpick into it to make sure that it comes out clean?
Of course. I do have a sword.
Well, the question is, Matt has brought you into this scene, so what does the head-having horseman look like in Space Supers? And do you have a toothpick and or sword?
I have my name, which is the head-having horseman. So I think I become a horseman, a la BoJack. Or spoilers for Sorry to Bother You. I get the musculature and strength. That is my superpowers, that I have the strength of a horse, but the body
Of a head.
of a man, and the head of someone with a very normal head. But yeah, I've still got my. I mean, like, there are superheroes with swords, of course. Then I've got my gourd bombs ready to go. But yeah, I can test that pizza.
It's really in there. You're probably gonna have to lean in there.
Sure. Yeah. Here, let me get the oven open. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you. And it's like as head having horseman is like coming back, the door is gonna slam shut, which would have been a problem if Peter the Pizza Pieborg wasn't a foot tall.
Oh,
That's right.
it's a good thing. It's a good thing you're so small. Otherwise, my head could have gotten caught in that.
Yeah,
Then I don't even know who I'd be.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Do you want to? I actually have an idea with you being so small.
Oh,
Do you want to
yeah.
collaborate?
Let's collaborate.
I was thinking I'm on my like laser Tron bike now. I think is the appropriate mount. What if we did a little fastball special? Since we are superheroes.
Let's go.
I know you said you like DiGiorno,
Yeah.
but this is delivery.
Special delivery.
I'll get my speed going so that I can slam on the brakes as I throw Peter's into this.
The weariness on Dennis's face through the last 15 seconds.
This is exactly,
really giving
this
me
is exactly your vibe.
So the reason my face looks like this is because it is my job now to turn that
Yeah,
into Saga's mechanics. So how we're gonna do this?
you made the
is,
game, so this is
I
all-
did.
this is
I
all
did.
you.
This is not impossible for me. Thankfully, I'm confident that this is going to be an attack by Peter with help from the head-having horseman.
Sure
so
would be
that's
a
two
terrible
efforts
time for
spent.
someone to donate $50 and make us jump into another dimension.
Yeah,
They
I'm so
haven't
comfortable.
yet. Keyword. Yet.
Oh,
I have a
Uh.
quick question. I do have weapon training improvised. Affects attacks with non-weapon objects. Can I consider myself a non-weapon object for the purpose of this attack?
If it helps, I could
Yes.
I could objectify his character. You're
You already
looking
said
you're
fastball
looking like a
special, I
hot
think.
pizza za.
No. Imagine getting hit
Yes.
on by the headless horseman.
Head having horseman.
Do you not
No,
see
I
the
was just
head?
saying.
Yeah, when you're with the
Imagine.
horseman, head is not optional.
I don't know. I have quite an imagination. I don't think I can stretch that far. I mean, he just has such a head.
It's
can't
so
imagine it without it.
clearly there.
It's really
You're
like
right, guys.
we need to isolate that soundbite of head is not optional.
Much like Chapel Roan, the head having
Um,
horseman
We are switching dimensions right now.
is a given.
Oh,
What? As
You took too long.
As-
This is entirely your fault. Y'all took way too long.
as Peter goes flying through the air, spinning towards the monster, I'm going to have Mel and Chris roll for the next dimension,
all right.
and Peter roll an attack.
I got a 4.
A 4 will not hit, but others have opportunity to help if necessary.
But we have
Or
a
we
lot
have
of
rerolls
rerolls.
too. We got
Oh
like
yeah,
6,
reroll.
I think.
Oh, can I use a reroll?
Do it.
Please.
I got a 1!
That is a crit. All right. I need, in order to describe this, I need our prompts for the next dimension.
Mel, do you want to go first? want me
No, you go first.
All right, I'm picking big monsters.
Then I'm picking wilderness.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Time for that cryptid scout training to come in.
Incredible.
Jackie's coming home.
As Peter goes spiraling towards this big purple alien, He takes his claw hand and normal hand, and as Peter collides again with the stomach, the same spot that Moth Girl kneed earlier, he clap, and the world shatters once more, and there is a blazing bright sun overlooking mountainous forest region, and we can hear beautiful birds singing, not a soul in sight, and then the ground shakes. As a full-on kaiju, it's still the purple alien, it's just 30 stories tall now, as it walks and crawls over this island, and we see a single pixel falling from its stomach region, and that is Peter after having dealt damage. We zoom in with that long distance shaky cam as he re-enters the atmosphere, and it is now the head-having horseman's turn. What do you look like in this universe?
I think I'm good to go back to standard. A long black coat, lots of belts, beautiful head on a horse. Okay. Let's see, I'm good at throwing stuff, and I'm good at making bombs. I haven't bombed anything yet.
Yeah, what's that about?
This seems like the bomb time.
Bomb time.
It
Like,
does indeed.
Because this is
thoroughly agree.
As I look around, by lifting my arms, I don't see a lot of people in the area. This is like a forest, uninhabited.
You can't see very far, but you can see up through the canopy towards the creature.
Sure. Yeah, I think we bomb it. I think I'm gonna throw a bomb. I have a small explosive. Yeah, or no, I have to craft it. But I do have the tools to craft it.
I think you actually have one in your inventory as well.
I do,
Pre-crafted
you're
bomb.
right. So I will throw that. Now I get to use a D10. Because I'm going to throw
What does the
it.
bomb look like?
The bomb, here it's a standard gourd bomb. There's a face carved into it that's happy. It's about this. Weirdly, it's about the size of my head. Who knew? But it's an autumnal gourd that's been kind of manufactured to become a bomb. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit that yeet button. 9. That's good, right?
Reroll.
We got rerolls?
So many rerolls.
Let's reroll.
I think we got 5.
We have 3 left. I'm being
Okay.
honest.
Take one.
I don't want to be,
Take one.
but I am.
6. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. I'm throwing a bomb. It's a big thing. It's a 6.
It is.
It's gonna be easy to hit. It's at the broadside of a barn.
Yes, but it's a broadside of a barn that is a quarter mile away.
Yeah. I can't throw a football over them mountains. I ain't Uncle Rico.
We got helps. You can take another one of those rerolls if you want.
Ooh. Oh. Oh. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna spend 2 effort to help the head-having horseman.
So that's a
Ow.
reroll?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
Or
what
no,
I-
it's reroll. It's reroll.
mechanically what I do? Okay.
How does Jackie help the head-having horseman hurl his? I ran out of H's. Gourd bomb.
What an inscrutable look that Phil is giving to the camera right now. That could mean anything.
I'm looking like it's a 1. It's a 3, but go ahead.
So Jackie, from a previous calamity roll, kills every plant within a 20-foot radius, and so I think as we arrive on the scene, as this bomb is flying through the air, the nearby tree cover is just crumbling and falling to clear space for the bomb.
As the gourd goes flying towards the trunk of a tree, it immediately just in 2 frames just withers, and it flies right by it and would have hit the trunk, and it flies towards just like the pinky finger of the beast, and we see this tiny little orange, and the beast you dealt a point of damage.
Heck yeah. Now, let that be a lesson. Don't go for any of these little ones. If you're going to be coming for anyone's neck, make it mine.
I still think we are... I've totally forgot we're still going through calamity rolls right now.
Yes.
Yeah. So do I need a calamity roll?
A real quick calamity roll
Yeah,
for
of
the
course,
head-having
14.
horseman.
14. A thick fog suddenly rolls in, obscuring the immediate view of all of the characters for the next 10 minutes.
How on theme.
Say,
I fully agree.
this fog is dummy thick.
A voice echoes out from the bright gloom, and Peter, it goes from a single pixel to several white pixels as the cloud follows him down. Next up is Jackie.
I love that Peter's still falling. Okay, so calamity roll?
Character description,
Okay.
calamity roll, turn.
All right, so I think because we've established Jackie's like toxic to this forest, and like many kaiju are the result of like nuclear testing. I think that in this world, Jackie is like a little like toxic Avenger child. So like wearing like a little orange hazmat suit and just kind of exuding this like green mist that just kind of like falls off and chokes out the precious old growth life of this forest. People got really sad in the when I killed the trees, and I just want you to know I feel the same way. So Jackie's like, yeah, okay. So like watching the way the trees kind of fell, they sort of realize they can like use the momentum to run up a tree because it's gonna like keep falling and like do a little bit of a like timber towards the monstie. And just gonna do a little run. Just gonna do a little run.
And this is gonna be an attack.
It's gonna be an attack. Jackie doesn't have any weapons except for a utility knife that they're scared to use.
That might change momentarily because you still have a calamity roll.
Oh, I sure do. Okay, let's find out what that's about.
Give Jackie a gun.
26.
Give Jackie a gun. Just a real gun.
It's 12-year-old.
No guns, but what do you think the 2 closest items to Jackie are right now?
Ooh, definitely the cigarette that's still in their pocket that survived the past 2 dimension jumps.
Okay.
No?
And if I may, yes, the 1 is the cigarette that's definitely still there, and 2, Rafa's gun.
Well, the 2 closest items to the character erupt in non-magical flames. So the cigarette is relit, baby!
I tried.
And so is his gun.
Oh no!
Not again! Yes.
This, for those that have missed that, the cigarette is sentient.
Yeah.
I was put out. It felt so nice, and now I'm burning
Oh, and it smells like crap.
It's
If you've
so
ever lit a
bad.
half-lit
Even worse.
cigarette,
Oh god, it's
'cause, look,
in my mouth right now. Stop.
sometimes you're poor and you're like, oh, I'll just get American spirits because those take 10 minutes to smoke, and then
Yeah.
you just smoke half one at a time. But it ain't worth it.
Yeah. No, that's brutal. Okay, so Jackie's holding 2. How do I have Rafa's gun?
Fell into my pocket.
You don't have Rafa's
was the
gun.
Oh, wait, it's
Closest.
just on fire.
Yeah.
To you.
Okay.
Oh fuck! Shit! Throw it into the woods.
Cool. So we're killing wood at a rapid pace, and we just lit 2 fires.
Yeah. This is great.
This is fine.
Kaiju are often stories about the corruption of man on nature.
Yeah.
So we're operating thematically as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Totally on purpose.
Absolutely. So Jackie's started running up, thinking that, oh, I'll figure it out when I get to the monster. But now that this cigarette has just like engulfed in flames, they're just gonna throw it down on this dead tree that's like falling towards the kaiju, and gonna just like cannon like just like roly poly off and just roll off onto the ground. Jackie is shaped a little bit like a bowling ball, so like it's
It works quite well. You successfully you're incorporating an attack with this, right?
yeah, it's hopefully the lit tree. The lit tree is just gonna go just light the kaiju on
lit
fire.
Tree, as the kaiju's hand comes back down, the tree begins to fall and is at just the right angle to pierce the palm. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay. It's an 8. I will be taking a reroll.
It's 2 left.
2 left. Sorry, y'all.
Left.
That's another 8. Well, okay.
Oh.
But that's okay because I need more effort, so I'm gonna take an effort.
We can't
That's
win
right.
them all.
When you fail a check, you gain 1 effort.
You had 2
Oh. You
auto
might
Oh,
still
we have
successes.
another auto success. Yeah.
That's a good point. All right, let's use it.
All right, as the hand comes down, the tree fully skewers it as it burns through the palms. And as it lifts the hand back up, the tree comes with it, like piercing right between 2 of the fingers.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah.
And it takes a point of damage from a appropriately sized splinter. Next up is Moth Boy. What do you look
Still-
like?
Oh my god,
Calamity.
yeah, we have. Oh, fuck. Okay. What do I
Yeah,
look
it's
like?
a lot.
We are in a jungle-esque area. So I think, what's Steve Irwin's kid's name? It's Robert Irwin, right?
Indy?
I'm dressed like one of the Irwins right now, and I think for a very brief moment I forget in myself what I'm doing, and I'm leading a tour in this dimension. Right then, if you look to your left, you'll see a kaiju that's been attacking the people. Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all. Ah, Jesus Christ! Shit, we're here. And this is Moth Guide. And they are ready to go. Yes, they have their whip, and that seems more thematically appropriate than taking out the crowbar out of their back, but I can't think of something new to do with a whip, so we might use a crowbar. But I'm gonna use my calamity roll, and that could change what I'm doing. I rolled a 77. You know, this is interesting. I already have wings. My wings are very beautiful, but this says that I sprout functional wings that work for the next 10 minutes. So can I fly twice as high?
Are you a butterfly?
Where
in
is
the
your
sky?
second pair of wings?
It is in a book.
That's such a good question. I think on my... Ooh, I have like little Hermes style wings on my
Hell
heels.
yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, you can fly twice as high.
Cool. Does the kaiju seem particularly distracted right now?
Yeah, it's trying to pick the splinter out of its between the fingers
Cool. So I just
with
wanna
a giant claw hand. It's not going well.
I wanna rewind us a little bit. I'm very hungry. Jackie never gave me the neck, and I accidentally killed the person by, like, you know, getting at the jugular and them just bleeding out before I could, like, attach myself back on to drink. So
Again?
I'm gonna go for the kaiju's neck, with my little teepees. And I believe I get to. Would you say that using my teeth to attach myself onto its skin, because it's probably pretty rough skin, would be a strength-based roll?
Yes,
Cool.
absolutely.
My little teepees have been working out. I rolled a 7. Not super excited about that. Gang, how do we feel about not having any more rerolls?
Go
Do
for
it.
it.
Okay.
I wanna live the true life.
Yeah, let's live deliciously.
Good, very good thing. I did roll a 1. Now,
Hey.
gang, let me paint you a picture. Yes, we're going to leave this dimension. However, because I have bitten this kaiju, they gain the vampirism trait after a day. So there's going to be a vampire kaiju that lives here for the rest of forever. Pretty based, right?
No, we should kill it. That sounds worse. Sounds like you've made it worse.
No, it's okay because there's no way a kaiju's going to be able to hide from the sun.
And it's
Oh.
after a day, you know, a full 24 hours. And we know
It's gonna
from
be a
Chris
rough
earlier,
24
5
hours,
minutes
but
take
we'll
a
be
really
fine.
long time.
Yeah,
So 24 hours.
Tomorrow will never come in this world.
So, Dennis, I don't even think that I flap my big, beautiful wings that are on my back. I think that I just let my, like, Hermie wings just zoot me up to the kaiju's neck. And I feel like there's some hair that I just, like, very gently brush away. And I say, thank you for this meal that I'm about to have. Everyone on the tour, please close your eyes. And I just dig in.
As the tourists scream and run for dear life, you dig into the side of the kaiju's neck, and Moth Guide replenishes their thirst at long last. And the kaiju / the creature that you've been fighting in, I've lost count of how many dimensions, is looking real rough. Who wants to roll the next dimension?
I've only done one dimension so far.
Same.
Phil for sure. Phil and Jess.
I was gonna have
Right?
a Megazord transformation on my turn, but I'll put that energy somewhere else.
The road's not taken tonight.
There's so many.
There are so.
I like when a prophecy is fulfilled. I feel like Jackie might fulfill some sort of prophecy, or there might be a pizza prophecy. Who knows?
I like prophecies when they're cozy.
Cozy prophecy.
When a cozy prophecy is fulfilled. Oh man, I am running on like 4 hours of sleep, and normally I would try to make a nursery rhyme about kaijus and vampires right now. So just pretend that that's what I'm doing.
Chat.
As
Go to work.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thanks.
this is what chat is for. Nursery rhyme about kaijus and vampires, please. And as the kaiju is at long last bitten by Moth Guide, that the people have been waiting generations for, that event comes to pass at long last, and this world fades, wiggles into a new one. And it is all of you cozy, right? All of you are stuffed back into a scene we've seen before. It is Jackie's bedroom. And it is the creature's turn. I know that Moth Boy is Jackie's first favorite cryptid. What is Jackie's second favorite cryptid?
The San Francisco Nightcrawlers. They're sentient walking pants.
All of you appear, and I think this time around we are going to do a real quick. We're all back in our normal people outfits. Peter is back in his work uniform, which is a pizza with a sign. There is a full horse with a dude on it inside your bedroom. That's going to be difficult to explain.
I'm banging my head on the ceiling.
Fresno Nightcrawlers, not San Francisco. Fresno Nightcrawlers. Excuse me.
Can we all take a moment
Thank you.
really quickly to the tune? Oh shoot! Okay, I sung it in my head. In chat, we have a nursery rhyme. The super mega kaiju infected with the blood raised up its arms and caused a mighty flood. The quangle of dimensions came out and tore away, and the cryptid scout got their badge and called it a day. Incredible. 10 out of 10. That was literally so quick. Wow. Shout out to 10th Wing.
That was wild.
Base
Thank you.
10th. Thank you.
Spectacular.
Holy shit.
Holy moly.
As the prophecy is fulfilled, we go back to Jackie's bedroom as foretold. And it is the creature's turn. And I believe I have 2 calamity rolls that I have not done. So I'm going to do those real quick. The first one is 33, and the next is 14.
All right. So we've done both of those already. Do you want to do them again?
Yes. 83 and 31.
The character cannot tell a lie for the next 30 minutes. And the character witnesses a shooting star.
Make a wish.
As you all find yourselves back in the bedroom, you hear a rustling from underneath the bed as a pair of pants animates and grabs the bedpost and pulls itself out from underneath, and then slowly wobbling stands up, and the waist bends over slightly and becomes a mouth.
Nightcrawler.
Excuse me. Hello.
Hey.
What are you all doing here? I know Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
Hi.
Yeah, actually, this is my turf. Hi, I'm Moth Boy, and they stick their hand out to, like, shake their hands, and if they go to, like, shake their hand, Moth Boy...
Yeah.
I have the papers. Like, this, you gotta get the fuck out of here. Are you really breaking monster code?
I don't like you very much.
I don't like you very much.
It's my turn. I'm going to make my move and attack. Ah! And it's going to leap towards you.
Well, hey, that kind of thing ain't gonna fly.
Waist first. I need you to make an avoid check. as a bright flash appears outside as a shooting star passes.
It's like his pants just kind of go, rah! Oh, neat. Ah!
I don't think a 6 is gonna cut it. And we also don't have any more rerolls, so I think I'm just gonna have to take
Congratulations
it.
on achieving some effort.
I haven't actually spent any effort.
Oh, I'm gonna use my last effort to help.
Okay.
So I can reroll that bad boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Super sexy thing is I have exactly 3 effort, which is enough to help one of you. Well, Jackie, that was so awfully nice of you to help me roll an 8, which was worse than my first roll.
Yeah, anytime.
Oopsies.
Okay. So the way that this attack is written is it's an attack of 3, so it does hit. It deals 3 damage. And
That's
it
fine.
devours part of its target's future.
Do you hate me? Wow.
It's what the rules say.
You wrote them.
Who wrote the rules?
Can I spend some effort to help?
Yes, it
Okay.
costs 2 effort to help.
I will spend 2 effort to help.
How
Is there a
does
way
the
that
head
I
having
can try
horseman help?
and jump in front of this?
All right.
Would that be
Let's
would that be
reroll.
helping, or would that be a different thing?
I rolled a 4. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay. Wait.
I mean,
It
I'm
costs-
just lunging forward, trying to tackle, trying to get ahead of this attack.
Okay. So I
Putting
forgot
your
it
neck on
costs
the line.
2 to help others, but 3 to help yourself. Funny enough, I
Right.
have 3 effort, so I'll spend it.
Yeah.
And you
fourth
know what?
die,
This is a
let's go.
stinky die, so we'll do it. I must have hit it with my whip.
Mhm.
Okay, I
Stinky,
did
stinky
roll a 3.
Which is exactly what you needed. As all of your new friends lunge towards this pair of pants, the horse steps on the leg, and you take a moment and take a half a step backwards as the brim of the waist opens up. You can see this portal, this familiar portal, open up inside of it and close immediately as it chomps down on where your head was moments before. It is now Rafa's turn.
Rafa is going to rush forward and say, "Sorry, boss, but there's only 2 men I trust. One of them's me, the other's not you. I still have to be talking in Nicolas Cage quotes.
Right.
Now I'm going to swing at a pair of pants and try and use my knife like a seam ripper and just
Yes.
tear into it.
All right. Go ahead and make that attack roll.
Pull up the right window for that. Critical.
Nice.
Critical 1. And because you said it's her, I do want to bring up, I do have the finishing blow talent. So if I reduce an enemy to 1 HP, it dies.
I shit you not. This creature has 15 health. Y'all have dealt 12 damage to it so far. You hit for 1 damage. You crit for a second, leaving it with 1 health left.
Let's go!
How do you want to do this?
I like I said, it just snapped down. I come up behind it. The knife goes into the seam that runs up the weight, up between the legs of the pants, right at the back of the waist, and I just open it up, the nightmare scenario of tearing your pants.
As the pants flail in pain, as no, I'll be back. I think I'll be. and it wiggles slowly and falls to the ground, twitches once, twice, and lies still.
And I look at my new friends and say, I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
As that line is delivered with absolute mastery and perfection, you hear another sound of 5 portals opening beneath each of you, and you all slowly begin to sink back into your own dimensions. You have but moments left together.
Do you guys want a group hug? It was really cool meeting you and fighting over the last 5 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
It's kind of
You
awkward
got
because I'm on
top.
the horse, so I guess I've got to lean forward a little bit more.
Yeah, you're the tallest.
Yeah, I gotta kind of lean down here. Just
Do you think that in our awkwardness of like trying to like match heights and like putting our arms out that someone maybe accidentally knocks your head off?
I was thinking maybe I'm just a little too tall for the portal as it's closing.
That was exactly where I was going.
Yeah, like
The
I'm like
portals
trying to,
have
like, stay up-
opened and are slowly closing as you slowly sink into them.
Well, I guess I'll see you all next time.
Wherever I go, the wind follows, and the wind smells like rain.
It was cool meeting you, kid. I'll be back. I can come here whenever I want.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll make sure we have blood next time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Not stinky though.
I'll do my best.
As the head have... Oh no, what does Peter say as he disappears slowly into the
Look,
portal?
Peter is probably jumping up and down to try to be a part of the group hug at his.
Because you're still a
measly
foot
1 feet tall.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Oh my god.
As everyone starts saying their thing, you actually disappear into your portal before you get a chance to say anything. You're the first one gone. Quickly followed by Jackie and Moth Boy.
Hey, sorry, Jackie's going
Yeah.
through a portal back into their own room.
Yeah.
I just want to
So
say,
we look up, and Jackie, you look up and you see your own feet above you in the ceiling.
okay, I just want to really quickly, Gloomy just donated $95 to get us to like the goal. I feel like in the honor, since they've donated so much, that we ought to switch dimensions just one last time.
Yeah.
Switch dimensions
To
one
an
last time.
astronomer
This
dimension.
time,
Shut the fuck
Everyone.
up, Phil! God!
this time, everyone roll on the table.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
Absurd.
I'm gonna go with. Slasher.
Absurd slasher.
A lifetime ago.
Political.
The ghost of Ronald Reagan.
And
Good luck, Dennis.
And
I
we're not
think
done.
after what Rafa said, a heist.
Yes.
We have to steal the Declaration of
You have
Independence
to seal the declaration.
from Ronald Reagan's ghost.
Incredible.
Oh my
As-
god.
All of you say your goodbyes. Peter, you're the first to see this, but you're actually falling into a new dimension. You are falling into the room in which the Declaration of Independence is kept, behind all of the security, and you see a spectral figure floating, its head peeking partly through the wall, and you recognize the face of a long-dead president as Ronald Reagan looks at you as you all drop in. This has been absurd enough. I think we check that box no matter where we end up. It was absurd, political,
Nice slasher.
Heist slasher,
slasher.
a lifetime ago.
a lifetime. Okay. So this is the 70s. And wait, hold on. Ronald Reagan's a ghost.
Time traveling Ronald Reagan's ghost.
There's the absurdity.
And as he nods slightly, he walks through the wall the rest of the way holding a machete. And as he moves to slash at you, on the backswing, it shatters the glass containing the Declaration of Independence. All the alarms go off, and the portals open up underneath each of you another time, and all of you slowly again fall back through, faster this time. Matt, followed by Jackie, followed by Mothboy, followed by our John Wick mini boss, and then the head-having horseman. The horse goes through first, and then the portal begins to close. Phil, please describe what happens.
There is a sound unlike anything you have ever heard. But it's kind of like as my head comes through the portal, and it's fine.
That was a close
Oh
one.
no. It looks like we've got to deal with this head of state.
As you say this to the guy holding a lantern and a walking stick that pulled you into a portal initially. What are you talking about?
Uh-oh. You had to be there. Also, smoking's bad for you. We should tell people.
Peter, you are dropped back onto the sidewalk. It is now nighttime, and the doors behind you to your place of work are locked, and you cannot return the suit.
Oh man, I left my keys in there too, and so Peter's gonna make the long walk back home wearing his pizza suit.
And in your pocket, you feel a bzz, bzz, bzz.
Hello?
No one answers. And you look at the screen, and you have an email notification. Congratulations
I shouldn't have
again
made
on
those
your
the same.
acceptance to medical university.
Medical
Yes!
University is a good school.
I got in!
Now there's no one to give you funny looks as portals open or as you cheer as your lifelong dream is achieved, and you walk home reading through these several paragraphs of information for admission. We come back to the casino where where Rafa was once the boss. It seems much more time has passed here. The bodies have been removed, everything has been cleaned up, and you look around, you appear in the middle of a busy day. And you can hear slot machines going off in the background with coins clattering. And you look up on the balcony, and Mr. Protagonist is standing there overlooking everything, wearing a white suit and smoking.
I clock him. I look around, and I quietly slip out the back, pulling out my phone to make some calls to see about putting order right, getting things back to the way they were.
As Jackie, you fall through your ceiling, plump right onto your bed. You are. What is going through your head?
I think Jackie pulls out their little like cryptid manual that they had at the beginning, and is just like in the field notes section in the back is just furiously writing about like Gritty is a cryptid. There's also a cryptid that's like a ninja with an extra eye, like just going full like Dipper from Gravity Falls, just like all the way into cryptid scholarship, and just snuggling down with I hope their Fresno Nightcaller Stuffy is still okay after everything.
You don't have much time to think about it, because another portal opens up on your ceiling and 2 feet drop through it as Moth Boy falls once more into your bedroom.
And I think now that we've gone through some dimensions and after kind of getting to experience what it looks like and feels like to be Moth Girl, I think that this moth person does come down a little bit more feminine, and says, now, I know that earlier when we met here in your room, I was Moth Boy, but I think going on, I'd like to be Moth Girl. And, yeah, maybe, do you have a sister that showers?
My sister doesn't shower either, sorry.
Okay, that's fine. I'll just go to the store. Do you like shopping?
With you? Yeah!
All right, fabulous. We can work on that little cryptid journal thing that you have going on while we're there.
Okay. Yeah, and my friend Doug, his dad's a butcher, and I bet that he knows where to get blood. Like, I'm sure they have like so much blood they don't even know what to do with it.
You're so sweet. Oh, I you know what? I was a little mean to you earlier, Jackie. You're a good one. Thanks.
Are we friends?
You know what? No. I think maybe that I'm your mentor, which is better. You're my mentee. Doesn't that sound fun?
Yeah, that sounds great. I would do anything for you, whatever you asked.
Let's not do that. That's nope. You have met me about 10 minutes ago.
Time flies.
Let's save that. For
Speaking
maybe
of,
like
everyone is now visible.
Oh, yeah. God, that first minute of my phone calls must have been really indecipherable to my patriots.
Boss, you want to take his face off? What are you saying?
Get me bees.
Put the bunny back in the bag. What?
all right, friends. I'm gonna do it for Dennis. I'm gonna take us and say that's got to be the end. There are
as
no
the bedroom
more...
door closes with a perfect end shot, credits start rolling.
Yes. There's some Nicolas Cage quotes along the way as the credits are rolling. There are some cool action shots. And while
There's a couple
these,
bloopers as well. Imagine what bloopers for this would look like.
why imagine it when while we're doing our outros and telling the people who we are and where we can find us or where they can find us, why don't we also add a blooper in? Just because. So Chris, let's start with you.
Sure. My name is Chris. I'm an actor, voiceover artist, stunt guy. You can find me on Blue Sky at CJW Voice. You can hear me on the Actual Play podcast, The Unexplored Places, and you can catch me streaming Magic the Gathering content on Twitch at Manajock.
And then
What else was I supposed to do?
you need to do a blooper for our outro credits.
Definitely gonna be just a whole lot of stunt mishaps from that opening sequence of like stunt guys chatting shit as they are being tugged by the wire apparatus so that they can go flying, and just a big montage of stuff from that opening sequence.
Oh yeah. Let's go to Matt.
Hey, I'm Matt. I was Peter this evening. You can find me everywhere as Improv and RPG. Thank y'all so much for having me. Oh my gosh, this was such a blast. And I think my blooper would probably be like taking on different forms as Peter is being jettisoned into the kaiju, of just like, okay, what various types of foods that they might serve at pizza that might work. And it's like it starts off with like Zeppelis and then like some pizza, and then it eventually settles on spaghetti, just like throwing spaghetti at the wall.
All right, Phil, let's go to you.
Sure. Hi, I'm Phil. I'm Tulok the Barbarian. You can find the video game stuff that I make on Tulok and Mango. And you can find me playing Magic the Gathering and doing Magic the Gathering deck techs on Tulok the Cardabrarian. I would say that for my blooper reel, it's just got to be so many times where something falls like right by my neck, or just like just real close. Oh, that was a close one. And just sort of like those rapid fire. I think that's it. Mel, what about you?
Oof. I'm Mel. I'm a voice actor with the Bloody FM podcast network. I do a lot of playing doctors and children and dying. You can catch me on Roll D5 fairly frequently, playing games almost as kooky bananas as this one, but this one takes the cake for sure. And I think that the blooper for me is in the Gritty world. It's Jackie trying to do the stunt of taking the cigarette out of Gritty's mouth. So it's like just having horsemen riding that motorcycle around and around, but I just keep like smacking Gritty in the face or like missing or like falling off the bike. The cigarette's got a lot of things to say about it.
Because it's on fire for this. Like they did that practically. So it's just like, okay, you've really got to get it going.
Yeah.
I am running out. We did start with a Marlboro 100, so it's longer.
It's longer. Do we go back to the host or do we go to the DM? How
To
do we
Dennis.
do this?
Hi, I'm Dennis. I created Sagas, and that's what we played. We did like Sagas and a one-pager to let us switch dimensions umpteen times. I agree, this takes the cake for most chaotic, and I've done this exact kind of scenario before. And my blooper, you can find me on socials at okeus__DM. There's also a Sagas, you can get Sagas for free over on itch, by the way. It stands for Setting and Genre Agnostic System. So if you want to play the chaos that we did here, you can just go download it. Like you can just go get it. You can find me at okeus__DM. I think I said that. But my blooper is we see a guy in a purple suit, one arm totally covered by a claw, the other one has the purple glove taken off, and he's sitting in a mountain miniature sort of layout, and there's a medic trying to pull a splinter out from between his fingers.
Aww.
Aww.
And that leaves me, friends. I'll start with my blooper. I think that the head-having horseman has a really nice-looking neck. It looks pretty sturdy. It looks like you could really sink your teeth into it. And I think maybe that Moth Girl would, you know, she's got dimension portals that she can kind of go through. I think that she would find herself going to that dimension, and who knows if the head accidentally gets knocked off or not. We would have to roll for it. But I think that there would be some funniness afoot in there. But friends, my name is Jess, and my pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who watched tonight, to everyone who donated. We still have one more game in this stream series for Trans Lifeline, and we've already raised $2,500. That is so kick butt. Thank you so much. The next and final game is going to be this Wednesday on April 9th at 5:30 Pacific Daylight Time. I hate that we change the names of them. I'm so used to saying PST. It's so silly, but it's PDT. It is actually a continuation of a game that we played in January, where we accidentally turned our colleague Barb into a pumpkin, and so now we're going back to the workplace to de-pumpkinify Barb. So it should be a really fun time. There's going to be folks from the 20-Sided Tavern that are going to be there. I'll be there. It'll be a great time, and it's right here on my Twitch and my YouTube channel. If you enjoy the intersection of TTRPGs and charity, you can follow my Substack to know what I've got going on. It's charitytrpgs.substack.com. It's totally free. It tells you what TTRPGs and what tabletop charity initiatives I have coming up. I want to say shout out again to Kim Hanley and to Sir Hamicus for matching some of our gifts today. And I want to remind you that everyone who donated got entered into a drawing to win a free t-shirt from Session Zero Clothing. They make really fun, nerdy TTRPG, D&D related stuff. With that being said, Mel, I'm gonna put you on a spot. I feel like there might be a quote from Jackie in the cryptid hand guide that we can leave folks with.
Cryptids are all around us, and we just can't see where they are. A cryptid is not a monster, but a feeling that you are not alone. You never know when a stranger will come into your closet.
And you know what? I really liked where we were going at the beginning. You're not alone. There are so many people that love and care for you, and just like Trans Lifeline, you have a lifeline of people that are here as your community. So thank you all again for all of your donations. Thank you to Dennis for GMing this wildly fantastic, silly, crazy, wild game. Thank you to our players for being here and just going with all of the calamity, and I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and remember to love all of your homies. Send him a little text. Kiss him on the mouth. Kiss him on the forehead. Do whatever you gotta do. See y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.